everybody. Hope you're doing marvelously well. I'm sitting here with my friend Cameron Webb. How are you?
I'm doing great, Warren. How about you?
I'm good. I'm good. Now, I'm excited because this is still a relatively new plugin. It's the Waves Scheps Omni Channel. And there's been loads of videos over the last 2 or 3 weeks of, first experience, initial reactions, which is great. But you just mixed a song in a box, a laptop we see sitting here, and you made me do this because we were driving in the car and you said, I'm just trying out this new plugin. Have you tried it? It's amazing. And I was like, this is cool. This is what I want to know. I want to know somebody's actually used this on a mix as opposed to the first impressions.
Yes.
So I haven't used it yet. So what can you tell me?
So let me tell you, I went to the NAMM show and I saw Andrew talking about this briefly and I said, it looks interesting. And then the artist I'm working with is a group called the Mad Caddies and we're doing a song. It's called Sleep Long, Sleep Well. And it's a reggae cover of an Operation Ivy song.
Nice.
And basically we got some amazing singers on here. We have Amy from the Interrupters. We have Josh from the Skins. So basically the drummer said, hey, you got to check out this new plugin. I said, okay, no problem.
Oh, so the drummer brought it to your attention?
The drummer brought it to my attention. I said, okay, well, fine, I'll give it a shot. I plug it in. I start working on it. I love it. This thing's awesome. It's not like I'm here because I really truly love this plugin. It's easy. It's fast. It's got distortion, it's got EQ, it's got DeEssers, it's got compression and EQ. And it's all right there and it's really easy to move around. But the cool thing is too, it's easy to get creative with it too. And that's why I got so excited to tell you about this, Warren, because here's the thing, like it's not for like, hey, I just want the normal like average sound, because you can get that with this channel, no problem.
Yep.
But what I found is things like the drums, I can just mess them up. I can distort them. I can DS drums so other things react. The EQs are really, really nice. The sweeps, and it's just a really efficient sort of plugin. You don't see this very often. When it comes like you pick it up, I don't have to insert an EQ, a deesser, a compressor, and all this stuff. It's just bam, it pops up. Fantastic. It's quick and easy, and I learned it really fast too. So that's why I'm excited about it. And I know Andrew's he's great at what he does, but this just shows how he spent care and effort to build this program. I liked
when you were telling me about it. You were telling me about the DeEssers, and you said there's 2 of them. Is that correct?
There's two DeEssers right on top of each other.
That's absolutely perfect. When I mix vocals, I DS multiple times because I'll boost EQ to make it brighter, but then of course you bring up elements you don't want. And I get a lot of people talking to me going, why are you doing that? Why do you use multiple DeEssers? And there is a guy who put 2 DeEssers in my plugin.
And the thing, it's so simple. It's so simple. You look at it and you can solo up instantly the sound that you're de-essing. You move the frequency, you move your threshold, and it's done. And then you got the one right below it, so you tweak it a little different. It's really cool.
Well, so show us where you used it. Where have you used it on the mix?
Basically, my favorite function is the saturation function. So it's over here on the left-hand side. And the cool thing, too, is you can move these channels to wherever they want in their progression. So basically, I play this thing a little bit, and I can take the saturation, and I can go to heavy, and I can just give it a little distortion. Now, if I give distortion, it's not enough. I can take it and I can throw it after the compressor over here, and then I can just gain it up even more. So now you could just goof around with EQing. All sorts of awesome things you can do with this. It's got these filters on here that totally filter everything. So the cool thing about this is you could automate all this stuff and do like amazing little tricks and stuff. That's the charm of this thing.
I love how you could just isolate the snare like that.
It's not this is on a drum sub bus right now. That's all this is. It's got a limiter at the end that like you want to get it all just totally messed up. You got that, but I'm just excited, the diversity and the quickness to be creative, not just do your normal vocal, bass, tone, or whatever it is. And the cool thing is, I use it on everything. I use it on bass. I use it on vocals.
Let me hear some other stuff.
Guitars. And
this is great.
You put the track. It's going to be distorted, but it's cool. So obviously I'm taking it too far, but
I love it.
So you can totally mess things up.
But you know that was the reggae was recorded on like 1/2-inch 8-tracks.
I know.
On like soundtracks consoles from the 70s. I mean, there's a great Lee Scratch Perry thing where he's just messing around.
Yep. And so this is that plug.
Everything's distorted and just amazing.
This is that plug-in where you sit in your room or whatever, you sit in the studio and you say, hey, you know what, I just want to get weird for a second. And you get weird and you DS drums. Like, never heard of de-essing drums, but you can, and it takes out these certain frequencies and adds these frequencies, and there's blends on the compressors and different styles of compression.
Let's hear some stuff, because I know everybody's going to be like, let's hear it.
Well, I mean, so obviously I'm distorting everything, so let's get more normal. But compression-wise, within this place we breathe and dwell, we've created a living hell.
Nice.
So obviously I'm over compressing, but
I love what it's doing to the snare.
yeah, it's just making it. DeEssers now. Here's the cool thing about DeEssers. So let's say you solo up. This is choosing what frequency you're going to be de-essing. So let's try that. So I'm at the threshold.
Oh, that's great.
You know what I mean? So now you hear out.
I mean, that's just dumb, for me, easy to use multiband compression.
Exactly what it is.
Yeah.
It does have a gate 2 function. I mean, and that's the cool thing. If you don't want something, you press at the top, and it bypasses that part, bypasses that. It's back in. And the cool thing is, some of these functions, they don't go on until you actually touch it. It's a really easy thing. And it's simple. It's a fun little box, and I highly suggest people check it out.
Producer engineer brains, we like big knobs to touch, and we were talking about this with another plugin the other day, which is a great plugin, but it has like 8 rows of 10 knobs, and you're just looking at it like, give me something I can reach for. Is there something else we can use it on?
I mean, I got it on everything. I'm gonna throw this on the bass just for fun. I'm not sure if I had it on there, but it's so simple, and drums are all messed up now, but.
This is a Casio bass, so what Casio is it?
Well, this is the Yamaha keyboard. It's like the reggae Yamaha keyboard they use, but I don't know why we called it Casio. I'm not really sure, so.
Nice.
Gotta turn it up because you want to hear it better, but.
Just like Lemmy's tone.
It's got the FET, the VCA, and the Opti. It's the Opto.
I like Opti. We'll go with Opti.
Well, Opti. And the cool thing too is you got it mixed down here, so if you don't want a lot of it in, you can compress it like crazy and then just blend a little bit in. Lead vocal, it's great. You want to add a little more grit to someone. It's almost like running a tube compressor on this, because that saturation function that you have there.
Yeah.
It adds that little bite to whatever you're doing. And then you.
That's nice.
So it's kind of crazy. I'm gonna tame down this drum one, because turn that thing on 10, and that's kind of what it does when you turn something on 10. It's way overloaded there. Sleep on, sleep well, only till waking up. Sleep on, sleep well, only till waking up. City sleeps and bitches fly, vagrant dies in the gutter. Prideless death somehow but fit into. I mean, I'm showing you more of the drums, because the drums, there's so much more that you can do with the frequencies and the other things, the more stock instruments. Yeah, you've got the DeEssers and the compressors and the EQ, and they work really great too. So, but to me, it's to be creative. It's these other instruments that have multiple sounds going on. This
much
really
wider
works.
frequency response. Yeah,
exactly.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
I love it.
But I love this plug. It's awesome, and I mean, I'm talking about this because I'm excited about it. No other reason. Yeah. So I just wanted to show it to you, and.
Great.
If you like it, just check it out. And they have a demo and stuff too, because I demoed it for a week while I was mixing the record, and I started using it on too many things. So I just had to buy it at the end of the week. I'm like, let's do it.
How much is it?
You better check online.
Yeah.
Because they had a deal where it was cheap, and I didn't get it for that. I had to pay a little bit extra, but it was worth it.
Right, marvelous.
It's very worth it.
Thank you ever so much.
All right. Thank you, Warren. Awesome.
I'm sure there'll be links and stuff all down below flying around, so go and check those out. It's great to actually talk to somebody who's using this, because I've seen the first impression things and I thought it was kind of exciting, but now to actually know it's being used in a mix is a big deal, because there's lots of esoteric plugins, but this doesn't seem to be esoteric. I particularly like the fact it has 2 DeEssers in it, and basically they're multiband compressors. It's really dumb. It's a knob, you can reach for it. For me, that's a big deal. That's how I mix bass. That's how I mix kick drums quite a lot of the time.
Nothing's hidden. Everything you see is what you get. And that's,
you have to go through all those stupid menus and sub menus and stuff, which lets down a lot of plugins. And also, I don't really want to have to open up a rack and then choose things to put in it. It's already, they've made a decision on what you're actually going to use, and it's ready to go.
And the cool thing too is it chooses it with everything, so everything's doing nothing when you open it up at first. It's not like you plug the plug in, all of a sudden everything's different. It's what you have, and then everything's on, but then once you turn knobs, all of a sudden things start to react. So that's what's cool too, because some plugins you plug in, and all of a sudden everything's distorted. You're like, whoa, I don't want that right now. I want the core sound, and then I want to be able to tweak it on my own, and that's what this does. So it's good.
So good job, Andrew. Good job, Waves.
Good job, Andrew.
Have a marvelous time recording, mixing. Please leave a bunch of comments and questions below. If you've used this before, let us know what you're using on. That'd be great. And you can ask Cameron some questions.
Yes. All right.
Threw you under the bus.
That's all right.